I am Shane.
I'm Kelsey, and this
that's
is
Dixie.
And
we're Love Hut for Life. We've now been on the road for 77 weeks in our self-built sliding camper / tiny home on wheels.
That's right, guys. And this week we're hanging out in Sedona in the middle of the Cococino National Forest.
Sure. I bet we're wrong.
I bet so. Anyways, guys, we've had a really great time finding some awesome camping spots here. One's big enough to fit some of our friends. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, be sure and hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. Comment below to let us know what you think. When we left you last week, we were in Sedona, Arizona, and had found the perfect spot to fit a bus and a van beside us. We had absolutely no idea that it was also a landing pad for hot air balloons.
We were there to build a deck on a bus.
Bye, guys. Have fun. That project was going to require a supply run, which meant me and Dixie were left to guard the campsite on our own. Nelson's horn is sillier than ours is. They made it back in time for sunset, but everyone was exhausted and ready to call it a day. What's going on, Nelson?
Hey! I'm painting. Black. This is for the deck.
That paint was going to take a little while to dry, and our buddies Joe and Tasha had driven up for the week and were ready to do some exploring in Sedona. We were ready to get out of there too. We all piled into his Porsche Cayenne and got some amazing views of the Red Rocks at a much faster pace than we generally travel in the Love Hut.
That faster pace we were traveling at meant I was in a passenger seat, which was great because I got to soak in all of these views as well as tell endless stories of our past adventures. That and up in where were we? North Carolina, Virginia. There's some crazy roads up through Virginia.
Oh my gosh, Virginia. Wow.
I liked it though.
It's beautiful. It really is. But no, there are some definite curves.
And we don't take the interstate anywhere we go.
Oh, so you're doing the fun ones.
We do all back roads.
Oh my God. Okay.
We made it back for a campfire under the stars before saying some temporary goodbyes. It looks like the guys are finally getting started on that deck. Shane's up on the roof right now. Hopefully we'll be able to get most of this done today and move to a prettier spot now that everything will be cleared out from the weekend.
We chose to go the route of building the frame on the ground and then lifting it up to attach the remainder of the deck boards.
Alright, I don't have it.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and
Put it down.
yeah, let's put it down on these beams. Which way was the front? The front is gonna be backwards. So let's put it down, because then we'll lift from the inside.
Yeah.
So looks good. Big giant
You
deck.
have wings! You have wings! Baby, these are your bat wings.
I know. We'll just fly across the Grand Canyon. Okay, so you ready? We're gonna come inside. Okay. Come inside. Yeah. We're gonna be walking on the side of the deck, so yeah, it says miss that.
Don't
Here.
whack the metal off.
Okay, you ready,
Got
bud?
it.
Yep. 1, 2, go.
Pivot.
Oh, wind?
Pivot. Can anybody see the front of the
Yeah, Ross, I got you.
Pivot.
Alright. Wait. Yeah. We gotta get this on the other side of that.
Pivot.
Going about it right about. Take right about there.
All right, guys, good teamwork.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the mark is.
It was going to take one more trip to the store to complete that project, which meant I had Shane to myself for the afternoon to work on another project. You think that saw's gonna work?
I don't. We need a different tool for this job.
It wound up working okay.
And that's the inside of a yucca.
Oh wow, okay, so we just hollow this out?
Yep. All this sponge-like material comes out and the wood stays.
Okay.
And then we'll have a didgeridoo.
It looks like we have a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this stuff.
Alright. Howdy. We're gonna finish a roof party today.
A roof party, huh? Nelson, you down for a roof party?
Yeah, I am.
I dare you to stop him.
My name's Nelson and I like to party.
What's up, Cole Nelson?
Yeah, are you ready to start drilling?
I'm asking if you're...
Yeah, it's just like right before we...
Me and Genevieve had a good time sitting up there laughing at these two goofballs, but we have to admit, they got a lot of good work done.
So I'm facing the one in the side. Okay. You want to go with me? You gonna go with me?
No.
Yeah, hold up in 180 pounds, falling at full speed. I won't fall.
My name's Nelson and I don't fall.
It's a good time to be on top of it, guys. I don't even know if I'm going Okay, we survived.
That was fucking rad.
Dixie's at the bus. With the job well done, it was time for us both to climb off that bus and into our house where we spent the remainder of the night. All right, guys. The Nelson boys and Genevieve are still asleep, but we are packing up and getting ready to get out of here. Not to say goodbye, but to find a cooler spot for all of us. We saw some spots on the 525, but none of them were open over the weekend. We're hoping since it's Wednesday, we'll have better luck. What do you think, Shane?
I don't know. It's kind of a full place around here.
Kind of.
Yeah.
No doubt Sedona is beautiful, but it's very crowded. Well, y'all, there's still a lot of people. There's not really any getting away from them in Sedona, even on a Wednesday. But check out this awesome spot that we have found. I think this will easily fit a 40-foot bus and a van beside us. And our view is much better than that shooting range we've been in.
It's a little too windy to be outside today. I'm gonna do this today.
We enjoyed the views out our bedroom window for most of the day, but climbed out for this sunset. Well, it took them all day, but it looks like they finally arrived. It's okay. Dixie, it's Nelson. Hey Genevieve, all right, so you've been patiently awaiting Shane's services on your van, and it looks like you've done a lot yourself. We got some footage of this when it was just the floors in at the very beginning. Yeah. So you've built a lot in yourself. Do you want to kind of tell us what you've done?
Sure, yeah, we've put in this bed frame, which you can't really see underneath the mattress, but yeah, bed frame goes from here up to here, and now there's storage underneath, so I have storage bins. There's a shelf up here. We put a little bit of a plywood covering on there, and then we did the walls on this side. There are two huge picture windows that we painted, insulated, and walled off. And then fan and solar and stuff is in. So next thing is getting this wall in around the window to keep the window open, I think. And then back here, we're gonna be putting a wall up here and a shelf so that I have a big garage space out here and like a shelf to set things on. Yeah, and then putting the ceiling up. So those are the next projects.
Very cool. Hopefully we'll be able to get a lot of that done while we're here.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Awesome. Well, this is the better part of Lady and the Trampire, guys. Ready to get to work, Shane?
Oh yeah.
As with every project, that one required a trip into town to get supplies, and we were out of food. So we made our way into town as quickly as possible, racing those giant thunderstorm clouds to make it back to our spot.
Well, I can tell you taking a bath out of a bowl is getting really old. So today I was able to find vinyl repair instead of rubber repair kit. So we'll see if this is vinyl. And hopefully the shower will work tomorrow. Stay tuned.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
Dixie.
Nelson and Genevieve decided to go to town at the same time that we were gone, and it looks like some neighbors came in, but there's still room for all of us.
All right, there it is. I hope it holds. It's kind of a flexible surface, so it's hard to get the patch to completely seal. Normally we would leave this sitting outside to cure, but there's a storm a-coming, so we're gonna keep it inside the truck.
Yeah, those clouds don't look friendly. The next morning, it was time to get back to work on that van. There was a whole lot of work to do. How's it going, babe?
Good. We've got a nice trunk cover here to hide a bunch of stuff. Her twin size bed goes here, so she can lay long ways, and I'm working on covering up this wall, and then we'll move up to the ceiling and cover all that in, and then finish up with putting in some shelves in these here household cabinets, as well as building a little stand for an outdoor stove, so it has a nice place to be stored while traversing through wilderness.
Awesome. G is very close to having a house.
Yeah, dude.
Just a few more hours of work, and it was time for Shane to pack up all of his tools and get everything back inside Genevieve's van so that we could enjoy a beautiful sunset and a campfire around friends.
Not a bad way to end a week. What y'all think?
I hope that y'all enjoyed that video. We want to say a big thank you to all of our friends who made this week so special, and to all of you who are following along. If this is the first video that you've caught from us, be sure and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss our future adventures. For everyone, be sure and hit that thumbs up button and comment below so that we know what you thought.
Also, if you're new to our channel, check out our other social media like Facebook and Instagram for a more up-to-date and detailed version of our lives.
That's right, guys. We will be back on Wednesday with a van tour of our buddy Wesley Wilson. Y'all be sure and tune in for that, and we'll see you next Sunday for another video of our travels like this one. Peace out. Have a good one.
Bye, y'all.